All right, boys and girls, so today's lesson, we're going to go ahead and need our books, module 4 and 5, your whiteboards, and a pencil, please. So grab that. So today we're going to be doing our lesson virtually because you guys are doing asynchronous work. So I'm going to go ahead and guide you step by step like if we were in the classroom, okay? So we're going to try to do this quickly so that you guys can finish and submit your work, okay? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we know what our objective is today. So our objective is I can describe numbers using tens and ones. Okay, so this is what we're focusing on today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to skip all this and we're going to get straight to the lesson just so that you guys can feel ready. Let me just get off of this and go straight to the lesson. Okay. I want you guys to open up your books to page 139. You're going to go ahead and complete these pages. When you turn in your exit slip, make sure you take a picture of all the pages we worked today so that all your teachers, can see all your work that you did during your asynchronous work, okay? So it says here, Kim picks up 10 loose pencils and puts them in a cup. Okay, so she put them in a cup. Ben has one package of 10 pencils that he adds to the cup. How many pencils are now in the cup? So I'll read that one more time. I'm going to go ahead and highlight some of these words to help you figure out this problem. Kim picks up 10 loose pencils and puts it in a cup. So there's 10 pencils in a cup. And then Ben has one package of 10 pencils. So in that package that Ben has, there's 10 pencils in it. So Ben puts one package of 10 pencils that he adds to the cup. So he adds them to the cup. How many pencils are now in the cup? So our question is, how many pencils are now in the cup? So go ahead and you can either draw your problem, you can use a number bond, or you can use a number sentence to solve your problem, okay? Once you do that, we can move on. So go ahead and solve this problem. I'll give you 30 seconds. Alrighty. Obviously, we're not going to share because we're doing this virtually. You're going to go ahead and just take a picture when you take a picture of your exit slip. All right, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and listen to our lesson. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pause and ask you questions like we would normally do it in class.
You know what? I was thinking about numbers the other day and how you can talk about them in different ways. We've learned how to say them the regular way and also the say 10 way. Today we're going to do a little bit of work with saying numbers in different ways. Watch, let me show you. What number is this, friend? Yeah, you could describe it two different ways. I see that that's 3 groups of tens or 3 tens. But if I broke all those tens apart, what number would it be? Yeah, the value for that is 30, because 3 tens is actually worth 30. 10, 20, 30. Good job. What about now? Ooh, what number is that? Let's see, I see 2 tens and 2 groups of tens and then 10 ones. So I could say 2 tens and 10 ones. If I want to know how much that was all together, though, like what the value was, I could count by tens. 10, 20, 30. Hey, wait a minute. 2 tens and 10 ones is the same thing as 30? Yeah, it totally is. It's just a different way to say it. What if I broke apart things a little bit more? Now what could you say? How many tens do you see here? Yeah, 1. And how many ones do you see? Ooh, I see 1 tens and 20 ones. Goodness gracious, but that number is still 10, 20, 30. What about, this is going to blow your mind, friend. Boom. I don't even see any groups of tens. I just see all ones. So I could say there are 30 ones. The value would still be 10, 20, 30. 30. See, what I just did is I showed you different ways to say the exact same number, just grouping them, the tens and ones a little bit differently. That was a perfect way to start talking about our conversation for today because our learning goal says I can describe numbers in different ways using tens and ones. Today, what we're going to do is sometimes we're going to have all of the parts of the number into groups, and sometimes some will be in groups and some will be in ones. So we'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to talk about different ways to describe the same number. Here we go. All right, here's a picture of some fireflies. Now I could say that there are 2 tens worth of fireflies. If I want to know that value, I would just have to count by tens. 10, 20. Now, watch what happens when I take one of my groups of tens out of the jar. Ooh. Now I have one group of 10, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ones. So I have 1, 10, and 10 ones. Watch this though. I'm going to get wild. Whoa, got rid of that group too. But I still have 10 sitting there. So I have 10, 20. Now, these are no longer tens, they're ones because they're not in groups anymore. So I could say they're 20 ones. See, I was talking about the exact same amount. I didn't add or subtract any ones or tens. I just changed how they were grouped. And that helped me to describe it in just a different way. So 2 tens, 20, 1 10, 10 ones, and 20 ones are all the exact same number. I just described it differently. All right, look at these cute little chickens. Now I see 35 chickens. That's because I could count 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Perfecto. I could also say that this is 3 tens and 5 ones because I see 3 groups of tens and then 5 ones. Do you agree? Oh, good. Now watch what happens when I break up one of the groups of tens. Ooh, how can I describe that? Let's see. I have 2 tens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 ones. So 2 tens and 15 ones. Watch this. Oh man. What do you think I'm going to say for this one? I see one group of tens, and then how many ones do I have? 10, 20 plus 5, 25. So I have 1, 10, and 25 ones. Okay, wilder still. Boom. Whoa, how many chickens do I have now? Well, I don't have any groups of tens anymore. They're all just ones running around the farmyard. So I could say I have 10, 20, 30, 35 ones. Do you see the chickens didn't change, just how I grouped them changed. And I was able to describe the number in different ways based on how they were grouped. Okay, friend, it's your turn. What I would like you to do is go ahead and get a dry erase board and a marker. I want you to go ahead and write down what number you see. First, I want you to write it the regular way, and then I want you to write it the say 10 way. Press play to check yourself. Okay, you ready? You should have done it the regular way. So the first number I could say is 29. That's because I see 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Perfecto.
Now I would want you to say it in the say 10 way. So how many tens do you see? If you said 10, 20, you see 2 tens, one group of 10, and another group of 10. That is 2 tens and 4 nines. So let's see what they say.
I'm going to say how many groups of tens I have. and then how many ones? So I see there are 2 10s and 9 ones. Is that what you did? Oh, very good job, friend. If not, go ahead and chase your answer. All right. Now, because I wanted to describe it a different way, I'm going to trade out that 10 tower for a whole bunch of 1.
Okay, boys and girls. So since we traded out the 10, now this became ones. How would I write that to describe this number? So write it on your whiteboard. How would you write this to describe this number? How many 10s do I have and how many ones do I have? If you said 1 tens and 1, 2, oh, I know there's 10 here. I don't have to count it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. If you said 1 tens and 19 ones, you are correct. Let's see.
Write down what you see now. How many 10s and how many ones? Okay, you ready? You should have written something down. So I see I have 1 group of 10s and 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 ones. Is that what you wrote? Very good. All right, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to trade it
So here,
out.
she trades that out. Now, how would you describe this number? Write it on your whiteboard. How many ones do you see? If you said 29, you are correct.
Hi, friends.
If you say 29, you are correct.
I have 29 ones. See, the number doesn't change, just how I group them changed. Okay, we're going to play a little game. You can go ahead and put your marker down or your pencil if you're in your math journal, because we're going to play a game with 17. You don't have to write down any of these numbers. You're just going to have to find the right answer. So I'm going to give you a number, and on the other side, I'm going to give you some describing ways to describe this number. Only one is correct, the rest are wrong. You have to find the one that matches. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. So 17. Is 17 the same thing as 7 10s and 1 1? Or is 17 the same as 17 ones? Or is 17 the same as 17 10s? Which one would you draw a line connecting to that's the exact same amount as 17, just a different way to describe it?
All right, boys and girls. So if you actually did this, I would want you to actually draw it to help you out to figure out that problem she just put on the screen. So this would be, we are trying to find the right correct one. So I'm going to pause it and let's look. 7 tens. If I had 7 tens, I want you to use your fingers to count 7 tens. We all know how to count in tens, so let's count it up to 7. So if I counted 7 tens, it'd be 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 30. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm sorry. I counted wrong. Let's start all over. If I was counting in tens, I would say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then 1 is 71. So this number is not correct because this would be 71. This number would be 17 ones, which would be the same as the number 17. 17 tens would mean that I would have to count in tens up to 17 times. So let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. This number would be 170. So this number is not the same as 17. Therefore, my only choice would be this number. Okay, so I think we have, we can figure out the lesson. So we're going to go ahead and move on to page 141. So everyone open up your page 141. So it says, fill in the blanks and match the pairs that show the same amount. So I know that this is going to be super easy for a lot of you. So all you have to do is going to go ahead and tell me how many tens do you see and how many ones. And you're going to have to match it to the pair that shows the same amount. So let's go ahead and look. Number, I can only display A and B, but we're going to go ahead and match all the numbers in, and you're going to go ahead and match the correct ones. So A, how many tens do you see here? That's 1, 2, 3. I see 3 tens. I'm going to write 3 tens. And then how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write 4. So that's 3 tens and 4 ones is the same number as 34. I am just going to write the number 34 because this will help me match my number quickly. So how many tens do you see here? If you said 4, you are correct. How many ones do you see? Okay, if you said 0, you are correct. Now let's go ahead and look at B. Okay, would be 1, 2, 3. I see 3 tens. So I would write 3 tens. And then how many ones do you see? It's a group of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3 tens and 9 ones. I'm going to write the number on the top, which is 39. And I'm going to place it right here. This one already is filled in for me. It says 1 tens. How many ones do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have 20, 21, 22, 23. I have 1 tens and 23 ones. 23 ones. Well, boys and girls, you know that if I add 110, so if I add a 10 to the number 23, I know that my number would be 33 because we learned that in our calendar. When you add 10 to a number, it's the same number of ones except the value of tens changes. So therefore, this is 33. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and continue. I helped you with 4 problems. You're going to go ahead and continue doing the next 4 problems, which is C, D, and then these. Once you're done, you're going to have to match them to the correct ones that have the same number. So I just did that so you can see. So once you're done, you're going to have to match A, B, C, and D to the correct number that have the similar ones. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and take 2 minutes to fill this information out. Okay, once you have that information, you're going to match the correct number to the correct box. Okay. So remember, I'm going to help you out with C so you guys can see what I mean. This is 2 tens. It tells me 2 tens, and then it tells me how many ones. So I'm going to count my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 ones. Well, I know that 2 tens is 10, 20, and 20 ones is 20. When I add 20 plus 20, I know that my number is 40. So since this number is the same as the top one, as the one next to the A, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line all the way to the top to make sure that it stays with the one that has the same number, has the same value. Okay, you're going to do that with all of them. You're going to match it to the correct value. Okay, once you're done, you're going to go ahead and turn to page 142. You're going to go ahead and turn the page to 142. And it says match the place value charts that show the same amount. So you're going to have to go ahead and see which ones have the same amount. So it says 2 tens and 2 ones. So if it has 2 tens and 2 ones, you know that this is the number 22. 2 tens and 16 ones. Boys and girls, remember we talked about this once? We can't have any number above 9 in the ones place because it does not belong there. Remember, when they make a group of 10, you need to put that group in the tens place. So let's go ahead and draw this, okay? So it can help us understand this. So I have 2 tens. I'm going to draw my sticks. These are my 2 tens. Then I have 16. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. So remember that if I had this drawing, remember that this is 16. I can't have more than 9 in my ones place because it's not allowed. Remember, we can't have a number greater than 9 in the ones place. So what I need to do is what we learned in first grade is that it's easier for us to group numbers of 10. So we're going to go ahead and group this number into the tens, okay? Once I group this number, I move my 1 into the tens place. Now this now becomes 3 because now I have 1, 2, 3 tens groups. And then since I took the 1 and put it in the other place value, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1. So therefore my number is 3 tens and 6 ones, which the number is 36. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Let's do C together. Okay, so I'm going to draw it so this can help us. So I have 2 tens. This is my 2 tens group. And then it says I have 14 ones. Remember, we can't have 14 ones here. We can only have 9 and below. So let's go ahead and draw it to help us. So this is one group of 10. This is the second group of 10. Then I'm going to draw my 14 ones. 1, 2. Do it again. That counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so this represents my 14. Remember when you have a group and they make 10, you want to make sure you put them in a group of 10s place. It just makes it so much easier for us to count. So this is our group of 10s. So now I have this group and I move it to the tens place. So now I have 2 and 3. So I have 3 tens. Let's count 1, 2, 3 tens. And since I moved this one to the 3, I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4. So I now have 4. So this number is 34. So I can go ahead and match it to the other number that says 34. So you're going to go ahead and complete. We already did A, B, and C. Go ahead and complete this ones and match it to the correct number. Okay. Once you're done, you're going to go ahead and go to number 3 and number 4. Number 3, what you have to do is you're going to go ahead and check the sentences that are true. So if it's true, you will put a check on there to make sure that the sentence is true. So let's see if the sentence says 27 is the same as 110 and 17 ones. Well, boys and girls, it's easier to draw pictures. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a picture of 110 and then 17 ones. I know that 17 is actually a group of 10 and 7. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10. Okay, so I know that that's a group of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can already say, well, this one becomes a group of 10s. So now I have one group of 10, two groups of 10. So this becomes 2 10s, and then it becomes 7 ones. Once that happens, you're going to go ahead and match it. 2 10s. Well, 10. I know that one group of 10 is 10. Another group of 10 is 20. And then 7 ones would be the same as 27. So I will put a check. You're going to go ahead and complete the rest to make sure that it is correct. So let's go to B. 33 is the same as, 33 is the same as 2 10s and 23 ones. Go ahead and figure this problem out. Let me give you some time. It's the same. You can draw a picture to help you figure this problem out. All right. So make sure you check it off if it's the same number. Let's look at C. 37 is the same as 2 10s and 17 ones. So is 37 the same as 2 10s and 17 ones? If it is, you'll cross it out. And D. 29 is the same as 1 10s and 19 ones. Go ahead and draw a picture. And if it's true, go ahead and check it off. Okay. I know I'm going a little fast, so pause the video if you need to complete C and D. Okay. So number 4, Lee says that 35 is the same as 2 10s and 15 ones. So Lee says that 35 is the same as 2 10s and 15 ones. Maria says that 35 is the same number as 110 and 25. Draw the quick tens to show if either Lee or Maria is correct. So boys and girls, who's correct? Lee's saying that 35 is the same as 2 10s and 15 ones, and Maria says that 35 is the same as 1 10s and 25 ones. So go ahead and go ahead and fill this in. Draw a picture and tell me draw quick tens to show me either Lee or Maria is correct. Once you have completed that, you're going to go ahead and work on your exit ticket. So you're going to go ahead and work on your exit ticket. Once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and answer the same thing we just did right now. Match the correct value to the charts. So remember, so I'm going to actually do this one with you so you can remember. You can draw to make this easier if you like. You draw 2, and then you're going to draw 12 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to say 2 ones. 1, 2. So remember how we talked about when you see a group of 10, if it fits all in one group of 10, you're going to go ahead and make this into a group of 10. And then I have one group of 10, 2 groups of 10, 3 groups of 10. So this one comes to the tens place. So this is now the 3 tens. 3 tens. And then how many ones are you left with? 1, 2. There it is. 32. That's the answer. 32. And then you have to find those answers on this side to match the number or the value. You're going to go ahead and do that and turn it into Schoology, but you're going to turn in all the pages we did today because this is asynchronous work and we want to make sure you complete all the work today. Okay, number 2. I'm going to read it and you're going to do this on your own and submit it into Schoology. Tamara says that 24 is the same as 1 tens and 14 ones. Go ahead and draw a picture if you need to. So Tamara says 4 is the same as 1 tens and 14 ones. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and draw your answer. So again, Tamara says that there's 24. 24 is the same as 1, 10, and 14 ones. And Willie says that 24 is the same as 2 tens and 14 ones. So you're going to go ahead and draw me some quick tens to show Tamara and Willie which one is correct. Once you completed this assignment, you're going to go ahead and take a picture of all the pages we worked on and upload it into Schoology. All right, boys and girls, go ahead and complete this and upload it into Schoology. We are done with lesson 23.